Okay, hey guys, welcome back to the K2A Podcast. This is me, Shiva, and I have Ashish with me today.
Hello.
So, this is season 1, episode 6, and in this episode, it's a pretty special one because for the past 5 weeks, past 5 episodes, me and Ashish have been blabbering. I think all of you are pretty bored of us already. So, we got a special guest with us today, and this special guest is Shwetha Kini from the 2015 batch of Commonwealth.
Say hi.
Hi.
Oh, hi. Oh, I'm sorry. Hi, guys. This is Shwetha from the 2015 batch, and I'm excited to be on air today.
So we got an interesting. So it's going to be an interesting discussion because she's the first guest on the podcast today, and what we usually do on the podcast is we reminisce about our school memories and what could have been when we were in school and what has changed since we came to college. So today's topic is a pretty interesting one. So Shweta, you want to introduce the topic?
Sure. So I'm going to be talking about something that we've all been through, I think, and that made us better people is the way we answered questions in Kumaran. And so basically what I'm going to be talking about is how questions in Kumarans were different from all other schools and what that taught us today in life.
Okay. So what did you think? Do you think the questions were like harder or how was it?
So obviously they were a lot harder. They were more application-based questions.
Okay.
So it was a lot. It always made us put our thinking cap on, and it made us think differently. So it was never a straightforward question like what is the capital of India. It would be something like Rahul went here on vacation. Identify the place and what does it mean to India. So it wasn't ever straight bullseye. It was all around the bush, but it really made you think. And that was something really special about Kumaran's question papers, is what I felt. And how that helped us right now in life is you're always looking at other things than just the straight topic. Like you're able to explore other areas completely as compared to just focus your thing on one particular point in anything for that matter. So even as I'm working today, I realize that this style of thinking really helps me come up with helps me resolve a lot of issues at work also. So that is something I found extremely useful in Kumarans. I'm sure you guys felt the same too. It was never a straight thing for us to answer question papers and get away with it.
See, this is for me personally. I felt the questions were very stressful.
I agree.
Why
I completely
would you
agree.
see for an A standard guy who's coming new into the school? Why would you first of all set such hard question papers?
That was you, but I've been used to it from, I think, pre-nursery. So it was never, even if it was just ABCD, it was never just ABCD. That's the thing Kumarans always brought on to us.
That was.
What about you, Ashish? What did you think?
I think the same. I think for me, not only the test, even the classes would be like different compared to most of the schools. Because I remember in 11th grade, we had a accountancy class. And the teacher just came and is like, everyone pack your bags. We're going outside to the field and we'll learn there. And the entire class basically packed our bags, went to the basketball field, and we started doing sums there.
Is
Why-
it Sugandhi ma'am by chance?
Is it who, Bacha?
Sugandhi ma'am.
I don't remember her name, unfortunately.
Wow, okay.
Why would you go to the basketball court?
I don't know.
But that was the fun thing, right? Why sit in a classroom and study when you could actually go out and enjoy nature?
Yeah.
I think that's the whole. I think the whole routine of just studying in a classroom was boring. So I think that it was kind of refreshing, right? I think that's what they wanted to bring on. I don't know.
How about you, Shiva? Since I think you're the only one who's studied in more than one school here.
Yeah.
That's not an achievement, guys. What do you mean you're studying in more than one school?
No, like
But you would know how different it is. Actually.
No, so when I joined Kumarans, yeah, obviously I found it very hard. Not just, I mean, students were a bit higher. They were they were slightly more intellectually better, I thought, somehow. But it took time. It took me over a year to cope up. I was just good in one social study subject. Even on that, they made a meme, dude. Like Shiv Shankar, Mani Shankar, that nonsense. But
they even made a song on you.
yeah. Getting 76 in social studies and all some useless songs they made.
But you were, I think there were only 2 people who scored that much in our class. Do you remember that? One
Me
was
and Pattu,
you,
I think,
and
no?
I think it was Shruti.
Oh, okay. So Shruti, I thought it was Pattu, right? No?
No, I think it was Shruti.
Okay. See, okay, achieving that is fine, but then telling the whole class that you have achieved it in some sort of weird song is not really what I'd imagined. But
That's true.
but no,
But didn't you feel like generally when you entered school, the way people talked, presented themselves, and the way they were in general was a lot higher in terms of quality compared to where you were? Like, not to demean where you were, but
I
it's
think
true, right? Like, the way people spoke was a lot better.
so probably so right now I'm in Mysore, so I can tell that when people in Mysore look at Bangalore people, they look at a certain higher standard because they first of all they think they know better English. They think they have an accent, the Bangalore culture and all that. So people in Kumarans, when I met them, they were already debaters, they were already manners, they were already great, doing something in the national level. And then when you come there, you're like some chutku person.
It
So
does take a little time to get used to, but once you do, it's all great.
it does, yeah. You have to be someone in the
You
school
have
to
to be
actually survive.
willing to try to fit in, or you're not going to. It's just that simple.
Yeah, you fall pretty low if you don't try at all.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
So Ashish is very lonely. Da, tell something.
Very lonely. Yeah.
You have to
Yeah,
say
Ashish
anything.
is really quiet. He's like, I'm just going to be here and listen.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be here and listen.
So
No, but,
Ashish, what did you
yeah.
think about the level of questions in Kumaran?
I don't know because see, I kind of have been going through the same school from baby nursery onwards, right?
Ah, same here.
So the questions have always been like the same for me. Like
Even
once I
baby
got
nursery?
into yeah, the baby nursery also they're like, okay, so this is the accounts of a company. Please tell us the net profits. Yeah, even in baby nursery. No, but
What?
no, but seriously, like the only difference I can figure out is between school and maybe the first year of college, where the questions were like really stupid because I've already gone through most of them in 11th and 12th.
Okay.
More than stupid, don't you think when you entered college, everything was just like on a platter? It was more like if you studied what is this, the question would be what is this. It was never,
Yeah, kind
you
of.
never had to think.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, kind of. No, but the thing in college is that most of the teachers there are like 60 years old and they're just like done with life.
I agree. They're so done with life.
Yeah, they're so done with life. It's just like I am here because I'm being paid.
I'm paid and I'm forced to be here.
Yeah,
That's true. That's
and I'm a permanent staffer. That's why I'll be coming here. Here's the material. Study it. Take some passing mark and get lost. Most teachers are like that. Like there were a few students few teachers in my college who were good. But for you, Shwetha, were you like different schools in different cities, or were both schools in Bangalore?
It was in Bangalore. It was in the same city.
So how was the difference there? Because you talked about the difference in cities, right? That Bangalore would have a higher standard there than compared to other cities.
Yeah, it does. See, the reason why I say it has a higher standard is probably Bangalore has the most cosmopolitan culture. It's more influenced by the IT culture. So obviously, English is a necessity to know, right? But it's not always an advantage. But I want to latch on to one point both of you guys are saying. You say that, fine, the level in Kumaran's question paper was very high. Hence, it helped you in your career, right?
That's true.
Correct. Now, I want to disagree with you guys. The reason why I say this is when you go to an 8th standard kid and you tell him that, you know what, this will help you in your life, right? If you're an 8th standard and I come and tell you, this level of questions will help you in your life. How are you going to absorb it the right way? Or are you going to say that, hey, you know what, I just want to enjoy life right now as an 8th grader, go play games?
Look, when you're at that age, I don't think you'd ever think about where you're going to... Look, a lot of us have certain dreams. I think in 8th standard, I wanted to be an architect. I ended up doing something else altogether. So you don't even know where you are in life, but subconsciously it is helping you. And that's probably what we don't understand, that we're actually put in such situations. That's what I understood. I mean, think about it. Obviously, in 8th grade, you're not going to know where you're going to use all these things in life. But at some point, somewhere, you will come across it, which is when you will realize, oh, this actually helped me. Obviously, when you go and tell an 8th grade kid that this is going to help you, it's going to be like, huh, what do you mean? But yeah,
So
think about it.
Are you justifying the pressure? Are you justifying the question level?
I am. I'm definitely. I think like it's great that they put us through that, because now you know how to handle that kind of thinking level, that kind of pressure, that kind of environment. Because to be honest, as you go higher on in life, it just gets harder and harder.
Okay.
And to be exposed at a young age to something similar is great, right?
So, speaking of your point, you say, let's say the level until 10th is pretty standard, right? I think all of us had a great time till 10th. Then when the jump to 11th happens.
Oh, that was crazy.
Correct.
That was crazy.
Yeah. So do you justify that also? That the 11th, the question level of higher, so do you justify that also is a good thing?
Yeah, I wish it wasn't that hard, because
Okay.
I found it really difficult to cope with, but it was okay. I mean, at the end of it, the only thing it helped us, like, look at, if you remember our batch, the way they performed in 12th
Yeah, my
board,
God.
it was insane. Kumarans was like top third in CBSE schools across India in terms of performance. So you can imagine all those years of training, what it actually brought on. Not that marks matter, but I'm just saying.
Ashish, commerce graduate, you want a button?
I guess so. Like, the main thing between 11th and 12th, again, I found was 11th was basically a refresh of everything.
Okay.
Because maths was derivatives and all that stuff, which nobody knew and nobody understood. Then we had a lot of subjects which we hadn't even heard of. So we had the accountancy, which I thought would be cool because I thought it would be like those math problems, you know. Ram buys 5 oranges for 10 rupees and sells it for 20. What's the profit?
I thought it 5 oranges for 20, ra?
Dude, that's
in this fictional world where,
you don't,
yeah.
No, like
In this
R.D.
fictional world where Ram sells, okay.
R.D. Sharma some has 40 watermelon.
Oh man, let's not
Like,
even talk about R.D.
what?
Sharma.
R.D. Sharma was probably the only book that might have helped in 11th and 12th.
Dude, I'll tell you, like, literally 2 books that have made me cry. One is R.D. Sharma Maths, and the other is H.C. Verma Physics.
Oh my God, H.C. Verma.
H.C. Verma was horrible.
It was like all the average students does.
Cry. I don't think there was a single sum I did without crying.
It was like all the okay students did NCRT and they came for the test. All the a bit average students did R.S. Agarwal. The
and
higher
all
level
the
students R.D. Sharma.
And the IIT preparing
Yeah.
students was all like R.D. Sharma and H.C. Verma, and I refused to look at it. Oh man, that was bad.
So which brings me the question again, going through all those tears and tissues and all those things.
Still worth it. Still worth it. I'm not.
You're saying it's still worth it.
Of course, it's worth it.
So would you?
Of course, I wouldn't go through it again because torture. But but definitely who I am today kind of is defined by a lot that, you know, not just the questions, but a lot that Kumarans in general taught us, I think.
But don't you think the question should be like, you know, a bit more enjoyable? You enjoy the process. You don't look back and say that, I wouldn't go through that, but, you know, that kind of thing.
Look, there was some point of time where, like, you really enjoy some questions. See, then again, I think it depends on the subject, right? For me, I always enjoyed chemistry, like chemistry, biology. But if you gave me similar sums in math, I would just probably cry doing every sum. So it really depends on the subject, I think.
Okay.
What about you?
I don't know.
For instance, you scored 76 in social studies. Didn't you enjoy social studies?
I honestly did, yes.
Yeah, see?
I mean, I did. See, that's the thing. So I enjoyed the subject, but at that point of time, I found math a bit hard because the change was very sudden. They're giving like very high level problems and like how to cope. That was the thing, for me at least. But yeah. Okay, so since now we're talking about this thing, so Ashish, you joined commerce, both of us joined science. What were the dreams when you joined science, when you're telling your relatives you're joining science? What was the dream you had saying that you're going to become a scientist or you're going to chase the world? What was the dream?
Okay. All right, I'll start. My dream was entrepreneurship mainly. I wanted to go to commerce because I saw a subject called business studies. I thought I'll read it, I'll start a business, I'll become the next Bill Gates, and I'll tell everyone to get lost.
So how has that worked for you
How did
so
that
far?
work for you?
so far?
Let's just say it's a work in progress at the moment.
Work in progress.
It's a work in progress. I'm still working on getting my first billion.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The first billion is the hardest, by the way. After that, it's just like I'm rolling in money after that. So, yeah.
In industrial production, it's called if it's called work in progress, it's never going to get done.
I agree. So I did industrial too, right? So
yeah.
I know what you mean.
Work in progress is never going to get
never
done.
Gonna happen. It's
never going to get done.
Happen. No.
Hey, have you studied lean manufacturing? You should check it out.
Yeah, I have.
You studied lean? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
In college.
Okay, you had lean. That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, but like not from like a science perspective, but from a finance perspective.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Shwetha, you joined 11th. I think you took Java. Am I correct? I think you took Java, right? In 11th.
Yeah, I did.
So, what were your dreams? What did you think you'd become after you took science?
So, actually when I joined 11th and 12th, I took Java because I didn't want to do hardcore CS. Neither did I want to do biology. And I definitely was not into economics. So that was kind of my only option left.
Okay.
I did know I wanted to do, at that point of time, I think I still wanted to do architecture. Wasn't sure about that. But when I left 11th and 12th, and when I actually started applying, is when I realized, I guess architecture isn't really for me.
Okay.
So I joined industrial.
Okay, so that's interesting.
Kind of, yeah.
How about you, Shiva? What were your dreams and hopes?
I'll be very honest with you. When I started 11th, I took CS. I thought I'm going to become a scientist. I'm going to work in NASA. I'm going to launch rockets. Only a rocket. I launch a paper rockets now. I'm not even kidding. It's so bad. No, but when you see, until 10th, the science was really interesting. It was like about nature and all that. Once you come to 11th, it becomes more analytical, a bit boring also. Like calculate the force that the monkey has to jump and all. Where did monkey come from? I don't know. H.C. Verma books has monkeys, right? So calculate the force the monkey puts on the pulley on that.
You remember those elevator problems?
Yeah, correct.
Have you ever experimented jumping in an elevator and figuring out that what probably H.C. Verma said was right?
First of all, I would like to ask him, has he ever tried that his own problems work? I would like to see that.
I haven't bought 40 watermelons in my life, but when I do, I'll let you know.
40 watermelons, and the rate on each watermelon is 40 rupees, and oh God. That was some other phase, man. That was really some other phase.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Talking on a point that you made, Shiva, if I could go on a slightly negative note, I think that the schools, at least like in India, the way they teach, the critical thinking in the art section for me was low. Because one of my favorite things to read about now is history.
Okay.
But back in high school, I absolutely hated history.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because again, it was like super straightforward. It was this happened on this date, learn this, and then come to the test and blurt it out.
No, I think that's where when the exam system comes in, you lose the interest to read something. This is my opinion personally, because history, when I was reading in, probably when I got the high mark, it was because I really liked the subject. I hated geography. Like, which crop grows where? If I get corn pulao, I'll just eat it. Yeah, why will I care where it grows and all that? So,
okay.
Geography was not my thing. Economics, we had Nandini ma'am, I actually remember. So, she taught it very well. Then, mathematics, we had some good teachers. But probably history, if once you have an examination system and the internal assessment, I'm kind of against that. Every week you have a 10-mark test, and then you judge, how much you got. You got 9, you got 8, you got 10. That is it really necessary? Is what I'm thinking. I feel the college system is better. You have 3 tests.
Those are actually fun for me because the teachers would be very creative in those tests, and they would give all kinds of funky questions. If the teachers are fun, that is. If they were a boring teacher, they would just give a simple sum from the textbook. But if they were a decent teacher, they would will like give all sorts of weird questions there. And I don't remember if this was in school or this was in college, but did we have the system of like they would do so many tests, but only the best 5 or best 6 would get chosen? Was that in school?
What is that for scholarship or something?
No, like in case, like let's say there were 10 tests, right? But only the best 5 would be taken as your final score.
No, we never had that.
No, we never. That was college, not school.
Yeah.
Okay. That was fun in college, though, I have to say, because just study the stuff you like, get the highest marks in that.
I agree. That was. I don't think we ever had a choice like that in school.
Yeah.
See, even if they give us a choice, it's not like we're going to do something great about it.
No, but your average marks at least will go up, right?
Yeah. In schools, it was about marks, dude. So, marks in school versus marks in college. I think I've said this before. Marks in school is like got A grade, B grade. College is like pass.
Yeah, that's true.
That's literally how I look at my marks card now.
That's so true.
In first time, it was like I'm looking at the grade. Next time, like pass hai to over. Just go. Just leave the room and all that.
I don't think we bothered as much in college. But I think that's the difference between school culture and college culture, right?
So what is the reason? Why don't we bother? Because it's the same, right? Students are the same. Teachers are the same.
No, because I'll tell you why, right? Because in college, the teachers don't care. Most of them can't be bothered. Yeah.
Why do they care in school? Why do they care in school and not in college?
Because they're kids, right? So we're still like slightly manageable. Because once you go to college, like we are all adults by that point.
Hey, you're still kids for your parents, da.
No, like we are adults in that we think about like different things than if we're kids, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so like we are thinking about like fests and everything. Plus in college we have fests, dude. We have our financial fests and business fest and all that stuff. So everyone knows in college that these like different events are where you actually learn.
Dude, you're in Christ. You have a fest every 2 days. Right?
That's so true.
Let's
so true.
Let's not even
We have a fest every 2 days for every different department. Right? So our department got no fest, especially because our department moved.
Oh, it went to Banaketa, correct?
Yeah, exactly. So there's like this fun campus where fest is happening every 2 days and then us. Once every 3 months we'd get a fest. That will also be very poorly organized.
Hey, if I heard correctly, Christ is the best fest in Bangalore.
Yeah, I agree. I completely agree.
Go to Christ BGR Road. Afterwards it's there. No, I'm not even kidding you, right? I was there in Christ BGR Road. This is the most like horrifying experience for me. I was having lunch there, right?
Yeah.
In the food, there's literally flies in the bowl of rice.
Okay.
Yeah. Like that was the kind of campus that we were all moved to. Plus fest was just like come here, get attendance, then go home.
For festa?
Yeah. Most of the time. Yeah, like because I became a event head for quiz, right? The scores in that was like so bad. Plus some of the answers as well. Like I remember some question was like who was the second Bollywood actor to film in Norway, right? And the answer was like this is one of the questions that we said. I think the answer was SRK, I think, right? Someone just wrote Rajnikant or someone. Like that was the answer, and then they're like, please give us attendance at the end of the sheet.
Wow.
Yeah, we know we probably flunked this quiz. Please give us attendance.
See, these kind of students you meet at college only. You can't meet.
Yeah, I agree.
You can't meet in school. So,
and I also think in college, most people like after having gone through 12 years of school, being told that they'll cut our attendance, they'll cut our marks. We all know that it's mostly just them lying to our faces.
Yeah.
So by the time college comes, it's like we'll cut your attendance. Okay, so what? Do it.
But dude, have you seen that meme that's going around 75% attendance and first years are all freaked out?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Every
yeah,
company,
yeah,
yes,
yeah, yeah.
every year that happens.
Correct.
I think I've been through the whole thing with like 30% or 25% attendance all my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
30%.
I have. Wow.
Yeah.
I have not gone
What
below
have you been
35.
doing
I'm
in
still scared.
college?
I'm still
Oh, I
scared.
was into a lot of things. From dance to
Oh,
fashion show to like whatnot. I was never in class.
so you probably get from there, right? You probably get claims and stuff from there, right?
Yeah, I do, obviously.
So I was thinking,
But not all the time. I mean, I'm pretty sure all of you know like what it's like to fake medical certificates and whatnot.
So we already talked about medical certificates in sports day.
Yeah.
Dude, they're not a certificate. It's a piece
See,
of paper.
like I said, see, Kumaran teaches you young. See what I mean?
It's a piece of paper. You just put a signature.
That saves you, as
Dude.
usual.
It does, yeah. So, can you also refer us to this fake medical certificates? It might help us so much.
That is, see, I am the doctor. I design the medical certificate. You tell me the hospital name and what disease you'd like to suffer from, and I do it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, on air, Shwetha Kini confessed to forging medical certificate. CBI can come and raid us.
Shiva. Both of us will probably go into office jobs, and we need a lot of thick letters there. We'll probably need these letters a lot.
I mean, you need them. Why will I need them?
For holidays, just basic holidays.
Oh, for that. Okay.
For that, right.
See, what's important in medical certificates is to know which relative died when. Okay. Like, sir,
medical certificates or leave request?
I mean, I'm just saying, in case you go to office, now both of you are working, obviously, so you know that if you need a leave, so this relative passed away. He passed away last month. Oh, sorry, wrong name.
The other, no, that was father's side. Now it's mother's side.
Oh, yeah. Sir, I have two fathers. My father married twice. Like, oh.
Father married twice.
Yeah. Hey, okay, don't put too much logic.
Two mothers, no.
It's a podcast, not a JE paper. Okay, let's not put logic. So,
on a side note, like I don't think Kumarans really helped us with JE Advanced, dude. That was so bad. Does anyone remember?
I think they helped only with CBSE.
Yeah.
Topping CBSE.
JE Advanced was just like crazy.
That's why we have ACE. ACE ka bacha.
ACE ka bacha.
Like, can we say all this, dude? It's like,
I don't know.
They won't file a case.
Don't know.
Dude,
I feel like the medical certificate is fine, like a complaint.
Dude, if I'm going down, both of you are going down. I'm very clear, okay?
Okay, fine.
That's why, dude. Power of editing, don't worry. Okay, for all of this part, I just put like a huge beep. Ace ka beep. That's it.
Oh man, that's good. So, right. So, guys, I think we have to wrap up this episode. It's been great, man. It's been great fun having you.
It was fun connecting too. After a long time, I think.
Yeah, it's been, I think, 3 years. So, I think this has been amazing. This has actually been a connect with an alumni. And so that brings us to the end of season 1, episode 6. Hope you all liked it. Please like, comment, subscribe. And you guys want to say something?
You should probably start a YouTube channel. Like, subscribe.
On that point, thank you all for mentioning. We do have a YouTube channel. Like, comment, subscribe over there. Share the post on Facebook. We have 2 links. One for the topics. If you have any topics that you'd like us to discuss, you can click on that, put in topics that you'd like us to discuss. If you want to be on the podcast, we have a link for that as well. So you can click that, put in the information, and we'll contact you regarding being on the podcast. Once again, thank you very much for listening. And Shiva?
No, I'm done. You guys want to say something?
No, thanks for calling me.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Guys, we know the audio quality is bad. We don't have high-tech audio. Once we get to some respectable level, you will hear a lot of audio. We may even start a video podcast. It's possible.
Yes.
We don't know. It might happen. We'll see.
Yeah.
So,
anyway, thank you all for listening. Thank you to Shwetha for being on the podcast, and we'll see you all next time. See you.
I will see you all next time. See you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.